Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Pure HMV Ontario Closed Championships. Our first match of the day will pit the women's final. We have the number 1 seed, Nikole Todd, facing Micaala Seth, the number 2 seed. Nikole reached the finals. In the first round, she defeated Natasha Seth 3-2. In the semi-finals, she defeated Marnie Baisley 3-0. And Micaala, in her first round, defeated Linda Manzieres 3-0. And in the quarterfinals, she defeated Paula Jenkins 3-0. And in the semifinals, she defeated Shauna Keating 3-1. Glad to have you with us. My name is Hugh Sidley, and I'll be commenting on the matches this afternoon. So I hope you have a good time and enjoy it as much as I'm doing this. So the players just finishing their warm-up, about to step on court here. We have Nikole Todd stepping on court. She's wearing black attire, and her opponent, Micaala Seth, wearing pink. And here comes Micaala.
Welcome to the Pure HMV Ontario Closed Championship. This is the Women's Open Final. Micaala Seth serving, Nikole Todd receiving. Best of 5 games. Come on.
All right, here we go. And a good first rally here. Both players happy to hit the ball down the left side. Trying to develop some good length here for the rest of the match.
Hand out.
And a nice little drop there. Sees Nikole take the first point of the match.
Stroke to Seth, hand out, 1-0.
And that ball just not wide enough coming through the tee position. So Micaala's awarded a stroke on that one. 1-0.
Hand out, 2-1.
And a great cross-court winner from
3-1.
Nikole. Sees her go up 3-1 here. I should note that in this women's draw, we had one bye, and that was given to Nikole Todd as the top seed. So she has played one less match this weekend. So we'll see if that plays a part in this match. See if she's got maybe a bit more energy left in the tank. But I'm sure there's a lot of adrenaline going on in this match.
Hand out, 2-4.
On a great trickle boast
5-2
from Nikole. Micaala's going to have to try and get her off the tee.
Down 6-2.
At the moment, she's stuck in that back corner. 6-2 now. Nikole with a lead here in the first. Oh, a great volley kill from Nikole. Nicole's got the early momentum in this game. Micaala's going to have to start hitting some balls a little bit tighter. She's got to get Nikole off the tee.
Out. 10-2, game ball.
And quickly we reach game ball here in the first game.
Out and out. 3-10, game ball.
3-10. And a great drop, and that will give the first game to Nikole Todd. She leads 1-0. That game was underway. It took 8 minutes to complete that first game, so we'll see if players will bring a stronger effort here in the second game and see better rallies, longer rallies. And we're back. So maybe some first game nerves there for Micaala in that first game. And another tough rally. Sees Nikole winning the first pointer. Nicole's very sharp at this time. She seems to have everything working in her favor. Oh, and tin there.
1-0.
Sees Micaala evening things up. And a great deceptive cross court. Nikole wasn't able to read that. And Natasha has her first lead of the match at 2-1.
And out. 2-all. Out.
And that ball just scrapes out of court. 3-2. Nikole regains the lead. Oh, and a great serve by Nikole.
Yes, let.
And a let given there.
3-2.
And a great shot there by Nikole. Just clipped the side wall on that cross-court volley drop.
And out. 3-4.
And a great backcourt boast from Micaala. Sees her get back into this game. Tough dig in. Oh, Nikole just clips the 10 on that drop shot. And we're not at 4. And a very tight drop from Nikole.
5-4.
She's really used that very effectively here in this match so far.
And out. 5-all.
5-all here in the middle of the second game. Now we're seeing some great length from both players here. Cross court and straight length.
Out.
And that one just
out.
clips out of court.
6-5.
So it looks like both ladies are finding the range of shots now. And again, Nikole with that great drop shot to the front right. It's really causing some problems for her opponent.
Eight, 5.
And some great length. There just clips the bottom of the side wall. Taking Nikole to a big lead here in the second game.
10-5, game ball.
And another point, 10-5, game ball now. And Nikole doing a great job of working her opponent from side to side, corner to corner. Oh, tough rally, and she just can't get that one back. A great cross court by Nikole, great width there, and she takes the second game. 11-5, now she's up 2 games to love. And we're back. Third game now between the players. We'll see if Micaala received any advice, seeing if she can stop this barrage from Nikole. Love all. And a great volley drop. Once again, Micaala struggling a little bit to keep that ball out of the center. And a great little exchange at the front. Little trickle boast. Micaala's only able to get it up, and Nikole put it away down the right side. Oh.
3-love.
3-love now. And a great volley drop from Nikole. Sees her go up 4-love here. She's building the rally so well, hitting some great length and punishing her opponent when any loose ball is just being pumped into those front two corners. Once again, terrific building of the rallies here by Nikole.
5-love.
Fantastic.
Six-love.
6-love here now. Micaala is going to have to do something quickly in order to get back into this one.
7-love.
Her window's closing here now. Oh, once again, great serve. Oh, what a shot. A great reaction volley. She's getting a few bounces here. Everything seems to be going her way in today's match.
Hand out.
A point. Yes, Micaala, cheers.
1-8.
Let's see if she can gather some momentum here with that, some confidence.
And out. 9-1.
Yeah, she does appear to be a little out of sorts, so like I said at the beginning of the match, could be that extra match she played this weekend.
10-1 match ball.
With Nikole only having played 2 matches so far, and Micaala 3. And we've reached match ball here.
Thank you. Hand out. 2-10 match
2-10.
ball.
This is a mountain climb to get back into this one. We'll see if Micaala's got it in her. And that concludes it. Nikole was absolutely electric this afternoon. A clinical display of precision squash, working your opponent around corner to corner. Micaala never really got into this match, and it was over in 22 minutes. Congratulations, Nikole Todd, the 2015 Pure HMV Ontario Women's Champion. Please stay with us. We will have a brief announcement before our men's open final.
gentlemen. Cool. On behalf of Pure HMV and Mayfair Lakeshore, I'd like to welcome you here. And I'd like to just be able to do a couple of introductions. So if I could just get everybody's attention, please, just for 2 minutes. Gordy, would you mind standing up? Gord Turnbull, if you've enjoyed the live streaming this weekend, okay, the reason this live streaming has happened is because of this great guy. And I'll tell you why, because I was sitting at the bar one day and Gordy said to me, is there anything you need help on? And I go, yes, there is. He says, what is it? I said, I haven't got the money to put the live streaming on. So he said, can I help you? I said, yes, please. And so you did. Gordy, a constant friend and a constant supporter. Thank you. We will talk a little more about all of this at the end of the show, but I do want to introduce to you the president of HMV, Pure HMV, Nick Williams. Now, he, a member of our club as well, and another friend of mine, Jim McCue, stood up when we were wanting to do this event and came through with the money. Now, I was trying to get Darth Vader masks, okay, but we couldn't get those as prizes. But Nick has really been a supporter of squash. So what I'd like you to just remember is, you know those gift cards and Pure HMV, when you see those loyalty programs, could you please make sure that you go online and you actually go in and make yourself a membership so that Nick can justify the money and making sure that he can support us again and support squash. So it's got to be a two-way street, right? Nick, I can only say thank you, because without you it would not be happening today and these guys would not be getting their checks. And of course, remember, half of this money is from that, but the other half comes from Squash Ontario. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. I'll let you enjoy the match, but Nick, have a great seat. It's going to be a great final. Thanks so much.
Fantastic. Off time.
All right, we're just about to start here. The Pure HMV Ontario Men's Closed Championships Final. Both players warming up on court. We have Nikole Sachvie and McCue. And I will be joined in the studio with Dane Sharp will be commenting with me. Dane Sharp had a great match earlier this afternoon. He is the bronze medalist in a thrilling 5-game match against Seth. He was down 2-1, but he pulled through to take third spot. So both players just getting warmed up, and we'll be underway very shortly. So a brief background onto how the players got to the final here. Nikole Sachvie in the round of 16 defeated Mohamed Hekal 3-0. In the quarterfinals, he beat Ahad Raza 3-0. Then in an exhilarating semifinal matchup against Dane Sharp, he pulled through with a 3-1 victory. McCue in the round of 16 defeated Sean Vallejo Sevilla 3-0. He then proceeded to defeat Rahul Sarawat in the quarterfinals 3-0. And then finally, he defeated Seth 3-0. So both players here in the final. Some last-minute court preparations before they get on court and start this match.
Welcome to the Pure HMV Unclosed Ontario Closed Championships. It's the men's open final. Nick Sachvie serving, McCue receiving. Best of 5 games.
And the players are ready. Nicholas will be sporting the white jersey to start. Michael McCue in the gray. That's the one that's on air.
One love.
All right, second point of the match. Ontario Provincial Final here, underway. It's actually, just for the record, it's going to be really, really hard for me to commentate on this because I lost to Nick yesterday, so I'm feeling a little bit demoralized, but that being said, I'll do my best. How you doing, Hugh?
Very good, thanks. Great to have you with us here, Dane Sharp.
Thanks, mate.
You had a match not too long ago. You came out in a 5-game thriller against Cameron Seth. Great match. You won it 3-2.
Yeah, I definitely won it 3-2. That was factual what you said. Whether it was a great match, not going to really agree with you on that one. You know, I'm 30 years old, and you know, I've put a lot of squash on my body this weekend, and I was happy to get through the match personally. I was looking down, and I was down 7-3 and down 2-1 and 7-3, and I somehow
that was incredible. So he probably took the foot off the pedal a little bit there, but
I don't know if it was him taking on his foot off the pedal or me sort of finding some sort of I think the whole match I was trying to find that next sort of gear, and whether it took me getting angry at the ref or getting angry at myself or some. Anyways, I was able to find it at 7-3 down in the fourth, and
yeah, because in the third game there, he looked to really take control. You seemed a little out of it. You were hitting a few unforced errors. That's very uncharacteristic
well,
of
that's
yourself.
what comes with fatigue, right?
Yes, and but you definitely found a nice second win there, and
exactly. I just sort of upped the pace, got on the volley a little bit, and all of a sudden things started happening here. But enough talk about Sharp Squash Incorporated. Subscribe. Let's get back to the Ontario Close Final here that we're watching.
And we're seeing some great first rallies, some long rallies. Both players trying to establish their
Is that what we're seeing here? 1-all? Definitely missed one nice shot between the legs from Nick.
2-1.
So who do you pick as an early favorite in this match? I mean, both these players met in last year's final.
Did they meet? Were they? I swear I was in the final last year, man.
Apparently.
I'm pretty sure I was in the final last year.
Yes, lap.
That might not be.
2-1.
That might not be true, actually. I apologize. Yeah, these guys played the final last year. You're right. Trying to hype myself up, and it's not true. It might have been 2 years ago when I was a little younger.
Time flies when you get to our age, Dane. Well, I'm a lot older than you are, but still.
Anyways, based on what I've seen from the guys this weekend, and I know both these guys really, really well. They're both national team members. They're both going to Egypt next month to represent Canada for the Worlds. I'm gonna say Nick, but I think it's gonna be. Last time they played, Nick won 3-love. I think it's gonna be a lot tighter of a match this time, just given the occasion. It's the Ontario Provincial Final. To be the #1 player in Ontario is sort of at stake. Lots of pride. Anytime you're playing for a title, it sort of brings out a different animal in you, right? It's a final. So I'm still gonna go with Nick, to be honest, but I think it's gonna be a little tighter. I think Mike's gonna. He looks pretty focused at the start of the match. I think he's going to really sort of try and dial it in and play some good squash today, but we'll see.
And both these players probably know each other so well. They're roommates.
So well. They live together.
They train.
They're on a lease together.
And
I was talking with Nick today about that. He's on a lease with Mikey McCue, and I was like, "How's that going for you?" But I think they get along pretty well.
yeah, so it's gonna see if one of these players maybe.
Yeah,
It's a little simple that there. He had an
3-1.
opportunity to give him a little tattoo on the bum, and he decided to play a let. Is drinking in the commentary box allowed? Am I allowed to drink my Gatorade? Okay, fair enough.
Yes, you got to keep that fluid.
Yeah,
up.
we got to stay
Fluid
hydrated,
intake
right?
up.
3-1 for little Mikey here. Just as I said here, he's pretty dialed in. He's pretty focused. He wants the title. Let's just see if he can keep it up. It's early days still.
Early days. And
It's such a different sort of scenario for these guys. These guys are used to, obviously they play full-time on the tour. They're just traveling week in, week out in a different club. But they're on the pro tour. These guys play on a low tin, a 17-inch tin, every week, basically.
Yeah,
so
that's very true.
This,
a big adjustment. I mean,
a huge adjustment. So this is a 19-inch tin. It completely changes the dynamics of the game. You know, I mean, it obviously favors the more, patient player, the more attritional squash player.
And
the guy who's making less mistakes, obviously.
There's something to be said about it being a game of inches, and those 2 inches certainly makes a big difference when you're
massive difference
trying to find openings.
For sure. Just in terms of attacking as well, you know what I mean? Like, that 2 inches it's a massive thing. It's a massive thing.
Yeah, certainly it helps when you're defending.
Your opponent, attacking, defending. Yeah. It's all marginal, you know what I mean? If you can take your opponent just a half step into each corner a little bit more every single time over the course of 90 minutes, you know what I mean? That's going to take a serious toll on his legs.
Absolutely,
right?
and I'm sure on a lower tin too, the lunges to either corner are really going to be quite painful over the long haul. And then,
yeah, definitely.
Maybe buys the players a little bit more time.
But I think just based on the score here, it looks like Mike McCue's not willing to play 90 minutes today. He's gunning. He's sort of, he's what's the word? He's come to play here, and he's playing some nice mature squash here. I think he wants to just get off 3-love nice and quickly. That's very simple. That I would have liked to see him play that personally. Who's the referee? Dare I ask who the referee is today?
From our vantage point, we're out of sight.
Let's take the opportunity, Hugh, right now to thank the referees. It's a really thankless job.
Absolutely.
And I think they did a reasonably good job. If I had to rate it from a scale of 1 to 10, I thought they did okay. High five.
And for what I've seen thus far, I mean, they've been pretty accurate.
Reasonably accurate.
Not much disputes. No real.
Well, that's the thing. If there's no lets, all they do is sit there and say the score every time, right? As soon as they have to make decisions, it becomes a lottery, right? Then they get the dice out. So let's hope that they can handle it today. It's it's a big occasion. It's a big title on the line. Personally, I would have liked to seen one of the players get in there and do it, but I'm sure things will be okay. These guys know each other's games well enough, though. I'm sure they're going to play the ball and everything. It'll be a good final. 5-2, Mike here, first game.
5-2.
Nice tight ball there. Both players here just looking to hit good length, just building the rally with good length to the back, waiting for an opportunity here. Here's a great exchange at the front. Good counter drop work. Here we go again.
And some great pace we're seeing
as
well.
Here's a massive, this is a huge example of a low tin, right? Like there's so many opportunities, but the players need to be just a little bit more patient. Commentators curse as soon as they say that. As soon as we start talking about patience, Nick goes and dumps the ball in the middle of the tin. But
yeah, it's
the rally's naturally
going to be frustrating when you're attacking and you've got the ball in the middle of the court and the player behind you or in front of you, and you're just unable to really put them away sometimes because of that extra 2 inches.
You almost want to look at it as a sort of cumulative thing, right? You're just looking, anytime you get an opportunity, just look to inflict as much pain, as much stretch on your opponent, and then over time that's going to add up, right? Whereas on a 19-inch tin, you get a nice opportunity. You're looking to finish the rally, right? You can be a lot more severe on a low tin. And obviously, these guys are both, you know, in pretty seasoned professionals, right?
Absolutely.
They're definitely going to know the conditions of the court. They're going to know they're going to need to be patient.
What would you say is a harder transition, going from the short tin to the tall tin, or vice versa?
You know, that's a hard one. There's a lot of different opinions on that. Personally, I prefer hitting on a low tin, and I always find it hard going from a low tin to a high tin because naturally the mistakes come, right? You're so zoned into going low on the tin that you sort of need to go a little bit higher. The margin for error is a little bit higher.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I guess I go, you know, in low to high is probably a bit more difficult. That being said, a lot of people sort of disagree with me. I guess there's a bunch of ways to look at it. At the end of the day, if you're a professional squash player, you should be able to put that ball sort of exactly where you need
accuracy.
it. Yeah, exactly, right? So you should be on the high tin. Exactly that, right? You should be able to go a little bit higher on the tin and play a little bit more positional squash. Take the ball in, not necessarily low to the tin, but tighter to the wall, and then look to volley the next one, right? You almost want to. It's called positional squash, right? You're looking at it in terms of combos. Like you play one shot so that the next shot is the winner.
It's like
right?
a chess game out there. You've got to really build your rallies.
Exactly. You're completely right. Again, commentator's curse, just to say that. Mike flattens a winner out of nowhere.
Yes, from the back court. Just
out of nowhere. Ball's behind him, and he flattens it.
Great. That was a very tight angle for him to do that.
That was really nice, man. I'm impressed with that. I've been impressed with both these guys, actually, the last couple months. They're really, really putting their life into it and starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? Like, you can put your life into it for years and years and years, and if you're not seeing the results, it's pretty difficult to keep working at it, but they're finally starting to see the payoff. Both these guys are going to be going to Egypt
10-2 game ball
in a month or two.
And what event is that? That's the
World Team Championships.
Oh,
they're going to represent Canada. So that's a massive thing.
Absolutely.
That alone, that tournament alone, I went there 2 years ago in France. That alone will basically, you're surrounding yourself by the best pros in the world. That alone will allow these guys to take a huge step in their careers.
Yeah, facing some really stiff competition overseas and seeing what's out there, definitely.
Best of the best. That's going to be really, really good. We're sending a pretty young team, but it's just sort of just for experience, developmental.
Absolutely, you got to build.
Yeah, like we're not gonna, we're not gonna have a nation. Squash Canada's not gonna be able to just all of a sudden next year be able to go against the Egyptians and the English, right? It's a process,
Move
right?
forward
it's a 5-10 year sort of process.
Someone akin to the Toronto Maple Leafs right now, just really building up from nothing. And
3-10 game
I'm
ball.
not going to be able to speak on that, but because I'm not a big Leafs fan, they're pretty.
You're probably more of a Raptors fan, more into the basketball.
Yeah, when they're good, I am.
So how would you describe these players? What Mike McCue and Nick?
I would describe both these players as attritional players. And I think they both know that they're attritional. You know, I mean, they pride themselves on fast pace, not necessarily Egyptian flair. You know, they're not going to cut the ball into the nick. They like to play fast. They're good movers, and they can do that for 90 minutes. They can break their opponents, wear their opponents down. That being said, over the last in 6 months, a year, they've both sort of recognized where they fit in terms of game style, and and they're really, really working on their shot quality. And I'm starting to see them. A good example was a couple minutes ago when Mike flattened that straight kill in there,
absolutely.
Right? And that's what a true professional does, right? They go and they look at the big picture. They look at where they're strong, where they're weak, and they just bring all those levels up, right? Everything that's weak, everything that's lacking, they look to bring that up.
Absolutely, it's like a chain link fence. You're only as strong as your weakest link, right? And
something along those lines, for sure. But, I think it was said with a little bit more conviction, but no, I know what you mean.
But
sure.
Both players look to have a solid foundation of squash, and maybe just a little tweaks here and there.
Simple led. Hold on a second. Sorry to cut you off, Huey. This is a very simple led. He should have played that.
5-10 right box.
Yeah.
Should have played that ball. Look, right as he's about to strike the ball,
yeah,
he's got the whole front wall to hit into.
Yeah, he had a good position there to force the issue.
Yeah.
Maybe he was hoping for an easy point.
It's nice to see the two roommates going at it a little bit of entertainment for the crowd.
But we have an early game ball here.
Yeah, Mike's off to a great start here.
Down 6-10
He's got himself 4 game balls still. Just blew one of them. rally here. I think, when it comes to a 10-6 sort of game, Nick's serving 6-10 down. He's 4 game balls down, excuse me. I think it's not so much about winning this game. Obviously, he wants to win the game. He's going to play mature squash. But it's more momentum. He wants to go in. He wants to finish his game, go into the next game with the momentum, right? So if he can put a couple good rallies in here, maybe put a little bit of work into Mike's legs, that's going to be a huge sort of investment going forward into the next game, right? So I think that's how he's looking at things right now. That being said, if he wins the next couple rallies and he's at 8-10, then he's going to all of a sudden see the light, right? He's going to be like, I can win this game. So it changes a lot of things.
Down 7-10.
Another mistake. And just as I said here, he's starting to see the light.
He's starting to creep up little by little.
He's playing good mature squash here. He's keeping the court closed, so that Mike can't attack him. He's getting the ball through the court.
And sometimes players face that finishing line syndrome where they think they've
looking,
got it, and sometimes the last point is the hardest one to win.
Exactly. Mind you, it's not like it's match ball yet. It's the first game,
early days
right?
yet. Early days.
I doubt whether Mike is nervous at this point, but he's looking like he's forcing it a little bit too soon. He's attacking just a little bit too soon. The balls he should probably just hit to the back again. He's looking to play a quick boast or a quick drop shot. Mind you, he's on the receiving or the giving end of this rally. He's laying on the full-on attack here. Let's see if he can convert. Nick defending well here. Back to neutral. Nice tight work down the backhand line here.
Yes,
this is really, really
very
good
tight
stuff.
balls down here.
Really good stuff. That's good squash.
Excellent. Both players
Definitely
being
better
very
than the
patient.
3-4 playoff this afternoon. I can say that. I can tell you that.
I would say that had a bit more Egyptian flair to it than this match, but your opponent, Cameron Seth,
beautiful. There it is.
11-7 game.
Very tricky shot maker.
McCue
but
leads 1 game to
very
love.
He's a tricky boy. He's a tricky boy for sure. He was
So,
actually doing
that's
like burpees in between every rally.
Yeah.
To try and keep himself.
I saw that. That was interesting.
actually asked him about
keep
that.
the blood flowing and maybe somewhat distracting to you, Dane, but
it was the funniest thing ever. I couldn't believe he was doing that. I don't want to say. I kept giving him shit about it over and over and over again the whole match. I was like, what are you?
15 seconds. Time. McCue leads 1 game to love all.
Oh.
Yes, Lat. Love all.
Wow.
Hand
Great
out,
rally
one
there.
love.
What just happened, Hugh?
We had Nick hitting a devastating cross court, and
But he's just showing his passion, though. He's showing
Yes,
that
I
he
think
wants
he's-
to
Down,
win,
hand
right?
out, 1-all.
letting out bursts of energy.
In my opinion, if Nick is going to win this final, and I call Nick to win the final, he's got to get his foot on the gas pedal right now.
Absolutely. He's got to take charge. And already we
If he
see
finds himself
a
down in this
wardrobe
game.
change. Mike McCue quickly switching to second jersey of the match. Got to say, a little unusual from one game to the next.
Yeah, I guess it just has to do with how much he's sweating.
A great lob there by Nick.
It's a great lob. Mike was able to sort of straighten it.
Down, 2-1. Two one. Down, hand out, 2-all. Two all.
2-all now.
Down, 3-2.
And some great width there from Nicholas. Takes the point. Looks to have come out with some serious vigor here in the second game. Pace has picked up a little bit. Oh, and a little cross-court drop. Hits the top of the tin, and Nicholas
Hand out,
chastising
3-all.
himself. He had a great opportunity there. But just clipped the top of the tin.
Yes, Lat. 3-all.
And a
Conduct
yes let
warning
given there.
descent. Mr. McCue. Thank you.
And Michael gets a
3-all.
conduct warning from the referee for arguing. A lead is given, so we will replay that point. Conduct warning for descent, Michael McCue. And that should be a stroke.
Stroke.
And Michael's looking a little bit frustrated here.
4-3. No let.
No let given. The ball was just too tight there. And that was probably the correct call.
Address your comments to the referee, please.
And the player's given a warning.
Thank you, Mr. Sachvie.
That ball was just too tight.
No
I
let.
don't think he would have been able to get that one
4-all.
back. It was a no let, sure. Yeah. The ball was just
4-all.
way too tight. So here we are, 4-all. Michael tying things up here. Wow, what a great exchange. Nick had a great chance to
5-4.
put the ball away, but Michael dug that one out and hit a winner.
Yes, let. 5-4. Down.
And Nick, once again, hits it into the tin.
6-4.
6-4 now. Michael putting on some serious pressure here.
Stroke to McCue.
And a stroke given on that one.
Clear out of the line, please, Mr. Sachvie. Clear out of the line.
Yeah, I think he was a little trapped there. Nowhere to clear.
7-4.
7-4 now. Michael with a 3-point lead here. Looking to go up 2 games to love.
Oh, beautiful lob. McCue on the attack. Sachvie neutralizes. Back to length hitting. There's an opportunity from Nick.
Wow, what a shot.
Flattens the ball
Nick
out.
was thundering that backhand into the Nick.
And out
On
5-7.
the back of the
Replay.
court, he just really went
Thanks
for that
for
one.
coming.
One of the shots of the tournament for sure. Don't see many 2 winners from the back of the court like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
5-7.
Big points here for Nick. He's down 1 game to love and trailing in the second. He really needs to start making some things happen here if he wants to. If he wants a shot in this match.
Down.
Oh,
6-7.
terrible
6-7 now.
mistake from Mike. Terrible. Could be a bit of nerves or something.
Wiping his hands on the back.
Just
Trying to regroup here.
Just didn't bend his knees, didn't get down to the ball. He's going to look to put a good rally in here now, I think. Simple
Yes,
that.
that 6-7.
Oh, it's great racket work from McCue.
Oh, great recovery by Nick there. Just
Well,
got
the
that up,
problem
and then he
was
hits the
that
tin.
he was able to recover because
And
McCue
out,
had him in
8-6.
such a good position and then overhits the next ball. Look at this.
And he little slip
overhit
there from Nick.
It's got to be a dying length at that point. That being said, he still won the point, so we're not in a position to complain.
So it's getting
8-6.
critical here now.
8-6.
8-6.
Business end of the game.
Finish line is in sight.
We've approached the business end. This is a massive point. Great length hitting from both of the players here.
Yeah, very tough rally.
Neither
long rally.
neither one of the players able to
Yeah.
attack
Oh,
until there.
An excellent volley kill from Nick.
On the volley, yeah. It was
And
real
out
nice.
7-8.
He's starting to really take his chances here.
Really
He's
nice there.
really trying to.
No sidewall, no back wall. Perfectly executed. Reminds me of myself a little bit. Shot. Overhit again. Nick on the attack here, on the
trickle boast.
serious attack. McCue just trying to fend off the attack here. Yes, let.
No let.
Ooh, no let given.
Oh,
Let's see
there's
what
the
happens
referee
there.
showing their true colors once again.
You had a sidewall
Pretty
crack and you were
pretty
not on the
simple,
line
that.
of the ball.
Yeah, perhaps.
Sidewall
the
crack and you
referee
were not on the line of
thought,
the ball.
thought it was
simple
Shouldn't
that.
be coming back here.
Simple that.
No, that's 8-all.
Sufficient interference.
Wow,
Ball's high enough.
that ties the game up. That was pretty critical. 8-all.
It was, yeah. It's a shame that the
Instead of
referees
being
are having such an
8-7,
influence in
8-all.
the outcome of the match. Fat boast, here comes an attack. Nice little hold there. Hold and drive.
Back to some attritional railing here.
Yeah,
Oh,
both
there
players
he goes.
keeping the court reasonably close. You know, really trying to play the percentages here. You know what I mean? Don't
Yes,
want to.
lap.
They
8-all.
both don't want to take
Lap-
too much
lap
risk. You know,
one.
for fear of making a mistake at 8-all. Is such a crucial point in the match. Just really, really looking to hit good length and width. Wait for a really juicy opportunity. A rally ending in a simple let. How long have these guys been on court for so far?
Well, the match was scheduled for 4:20, so I suppose if you take 10 minutes away from warm-up, they'll have been on court for about half an hour already, close to half an hour.
Yeah. Beautiful straight drop there from Mikey, getting on the ball nice and early,
And out,
cutting the ball
9,
in there.
8.
That's actually interesting because the ball, it wasn't the greatest straight drop. It sat up a little bit. It looks like Nick might be losing that that first explosive step that he had at the start of the match there. Could have been a semifinal match yesterday, hard-fought semi. Just doesn't look like he has that same explosiveness.
Yes, Nicholas having a very tough semifinal against yourself.
Against who, sorry?
The top seed, Dane Sharp.
Sharp Squash Incorporated. YouTube channel. Subscribe. Yeah, he just looks like he.
Wow.
Personally,
That would be down.
Nick looks like he's just
And out,
losing that
9-all.
sort of, you know, he prides himself on being like super explosive, playing really fast, really like, you know, lots of movement, and he just looks like he's losing a bit of that. As soon as I say that, though, Mike gives him a nice little freebie and dumps one of the tins. So there's a lot of tactics at play here. There's a lot happening. I think if Mike gets this match, I'm gonna completely turn my my prediction to him to win the match.
Oh,
That's easy enough to
picked,
say.
You'd picked Nicholas to start with?
I did, yeah, I did. And if Mike goes up too low, it's fair enough to say that I
it's
was
going to be very tough.
completely wrong.
It's going to be very tough for him to come back.
This is absolutely like a massive point in the match right now. But I just, again, I keep saying it, like Nick is looking a little bit ragged there. See, he's trying to fight his way through. And he's going to, if he gets a
and
no
he's
let
gonna-
there, that's
and
absolutely
he's gonna
ridiculous.
come and argue.
If that's a no let, it's that'd be absurd if it's no let. It's a simple let.
No let.
Oh,
No let
that's
given.
absolutely ridiculous.
And as I found out, arguing
I shouldn't
with
go on
refs,
about how bad the
usually,
refs are, but
And
I
10-9
it's just-
game
Nothing
ball.
comes
they
of
keep
it.
proving they keep proving themselves over and over and over again. I'm
maybe
just
he
one
was
opinion, though.
Just a chance to catch his breath a little bit. He was on the wrong end of that rally.
I don't know. I think the player is entitled to a straight line to the ball, and if there's sufficient interference and he could have gotten the ball, it's a simple let. What's going through the referee's mind at that point is beyond me, to be honest. Especially at 9-all in the second game. So, once again, Mike's in the driver's seat here. He's gonna know that if he can convert this point, he's literally got the match in the bag, and he's in good shape. So,
Ooh,
nice
Just
tight
frame that
ball,
one.
nice tight ball. Nick just scraping the ball back, and then going on his own attack here. The difference between Mike and Nick right now is that anytime you get into a scrappy rally, Mike's going through and playing the ball, whereas Nick is quick to stop, hence all those no-lets. I think it has to do with the freshness.
Power in.
That ball's down. I think it has to do with who's a little bit fresher. You know, Mike got off 3-love yesterday with Cam Seth. I think it was 3-love, not entirely.
It was 3-love, yes.
3-love, quick time. Straight to the showers, recovery process.
Yeah,
and Nick
Seth.
sort of, you know, and Nick and I played. It was a battle, but it wasn't super long. It was it had to be under an hour, but it was hard squash while we were on court. So I feel like it's having a little bit of an effect here right now on the match, but obviously these guys they're both young.
Both young, and
they're both young. They're both fit.
They
both train hard. So let's hope that the referees don't sort of have to decide the outcome of the match again like they did at 9-all there. It's a great length. Get on that volley. Get on that volley.
Oh,
Stroke to McCue.
Stroke. Give in on that one.
11-10.
I would give him a let there personally.
Game ball.
Yeah, that was tough.
I don't know. It looked like he was going to sort of punch the ball like this in front of him. It looked like he was going to do a bit of a half volley there.
I think if that was at the beginning of the game, he might have seen him play that ball, but he was
the refs are so quick to just give a stroke.
But no arguing from Nick here. But he's down game ball. See if he can regroup.
Oh, he's going to know that he needs to put a good rally in here, and he's going to be happy
Down,
with that.
hand out, 11-all.
11-all.
Poor mistake from Mike there. Poor. 11-10, and he puts the ball in the middle of the tin. He's not going to be happy with that at all. Nice hold and drive. He's doing that really, really well. That's something I noticed about Mike's game recently, is that he gets on the ball nice and early, holds, and really snaps the ball to the back. I think if he can pair that with a nice short game, he'll be looking pretty good on the PSA Tour. Just as I say that, he chips a nice ball in straight for the winner.
Hand out, 12-11.
There you go. It's the complete game. If you can do that consistently, that's you're the complete player.
Wow, what a shot!
That's
yeah,
good.
that was.
That's good.
Carved that one into the corner.
Yep. Another massive point for him to take a 2-love lead here. This is huge. Game ball number 2. Both players trying everything, turning into wily veterans here. I think I saw a reverse boast back there.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. Oh, couldn't believe my
Pulling
eyes.
out the double stops here.
Yes,
Let give it on that one.
I don't know about that. Let's see a replay on
Maybe
that.
it was
He's
a
through to
little bit
play,
dubious.
and then he asks for a let.
Sometimes when
That's
you're
when I go
going
with
forward
no
and the player takes your momentum away, it's really...
The thing is, in order for squash to get into the Olympics, the referees now are encouraging the players to play the ball, and that we're not seeing that at all here today, at all. I mean, if the ball's a little bit off the wall, they're awarding strokes. They're like, they're giving easy, simple lets there with no interference. It's not the way I would have ref the match, but.
Oh!
13-11, game to McCue.
And Nicholas clips the tin from the back court.
2 games to love.
And that sees Michael take the second game in extra points. Wow. Yep, 2 games to love now. This is a long hill to climb.
15 seconds. McCue leads 2-0. Love all. Love all. Hand out, 1 love. Yes, lat, 1 love. Down, 2 love.
So Nicholas getting some advice from Graham Riding in between those two games. We'll see if it proves to be useful. And Nicholas looking a little bit ragged here, defending tenaciously. Oh,
Out. And
that
out,
was
1,
a
2.
very tough rally. Well-earned point by Michael.
Yes, lat, 1, 2.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Interesting call coming up. Didn't look like he touched him on the replay.
Yeah, yes, lat.
Although there was a bit of
1, 2.
hesitation on his backswing. So we'll play that point again. Michael serving 1-2. Great hold there by Michael. Great shot. Held a shot. Got Nick on his heels a bit and puts the ball away. Nicholas regrouping after that very tough rally.
Down 3-2. And out, 3-all.
Michael just clipping his leg, or did he just slip slightly? Either way, Nicholas won that point.
No let.
No let given on that one.
Ran
Incredible.
into the man. You did not take a line to the ball, Mike.
No
Yeah,
let.
it appeared that
Handout.
Michael didn't really make enough effort to go around his opponent.
4-3. Or not handout. 4-3.
Ran right behind him. 4-3 now. And a nice little exchange on his backhand wall.
Down.
Oh. He just clips
And
the tin
out,
on that
4
drop
all.
shot. The pace of the rallies has come down a little bit.
Down, handout, 5-4.
And an error from the back of the court. 5-4. Nicholas looking to send this into a fourth game.
Down, handout, 5-all.
And a stroke,
Stroke to
there.
Sachvie, handout, 6-5.
Ball just came out a little bit too flat. And this is going to
Stroke
be very
to McCue.
interesting. Oh,
Popping out right in front of you. You were blocking the shot.
that was incredible. Nicholas had the whole
No, the
court
ball
to send the
actually
ball.
came right out in front of you.
And he hit it.
No, watch
a
the
little
ball.
bit too close to himself.
The ball came right out in front of you. He was right there.
6-all.
That was very unlucky. But it's an understandable call. See if he can regroup now.
No let.
And a great shot and a no let given. The ball was just too
And
good.
out 7-6.
Yes. Seven, 6. Wow, what a great shot by Nicholas. Just carved that one into the front left corner. Great volley
8-6.
drop. Yeah, he's really going for it now. Up 8-6. Let's see if he can pull away. Whoa. Oh.
And out 7-8.
That ball surprised him. It came right down the middle of the court, and Nicholas unable to turn around and make that one hit the front wall.
7-8.
Great lob. A little trickle post. Oh! Great shot by Nicholas.
And out
Just low enough and
9-7.
out of Michael's reach. 9-7.
9-7. And out 8-9.
He wasn't sure whether he was going to take that before the wall or after the wall, and that gives Michael 8-9 now. Oh, great shot again by Nick, and that's probably going to be a stroke.
Stroke to Sachvie.
Yes.
And out 10-8.
That ball was not going to be struck. So that gives game ball to Nick. 10-8. It's 2 game balls now to send this one into a 4th game. Great exchange down here on the back end wall. Tough rally here. Great pickup by Michael. Nice hold. And a thunderous shot by Nicholas. And he takes the third game.
To Sachvie.
And he's battling his way
McCue
back into this
leads
match.
2-1.
2-1 now for Mike McCue. We'll be back shortly.
They didn't do it. It went 11-8. It's a great match. 15 seconds. Time. McCue leads 2-1. Sachvie to serve. Love all. One love.
And what a laser beam from Nicholas. He thundered that shot into the front left corner. I'm joined in studio now with Jamie Nichols, Executive Director of Squash Ontario. Glad to have you with us commentating on this exciting final.
Thank you for having me. I wasn't sure if we were going to get to a fourth game here, but Nick seems to
Yes, he looks to have found a second gear.
really turn the tide, which is what the fans want to see. And we got a match now.
Yes, Lat.
And a let ball given there.
Out of the way.
Nicholas wanting an explanation.
He was
as
out of
to
the way.
What happened there?
Mr. Sachvie, that's enough dissent. Thank you.
Yes, Lat. One love.
Well, I had a funny feeling this match was not going to go down quietly into the night. These two are training partners,
And they know
best
each other
friends,
so well, and they must
best
have
enemies, roommates.
spent thousands of hours on court with each other.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy
There's no
to
way
play someone you know so well.
There's no way Nick was going to go home to the apartment tonight after a 3-love loss. So
Oh, no way.
this,
And, hopefully, I'm rooting for a 5th game. That would be really exciting.
I think that would be fitting, certainly given the match here. But I was listening to you guys earlier, and you're talking about how Nick was, you know, maybe just lost a step. And it's funny, that is how the match is going to be determined. Whoever can keep their energy, you know, high enough to get on that ball just a split second earlier than the other guy.
Yes.
That's how close these guys are in level. So we'll see who's got
it's
that
very
extra
evenly
gear.
matched, and as Dane Sharp pointed out, they have very similar styles. They're both attritional players. And but certainly looks like Nicholas has got a second win here.
Yeah.
And he's really thundering some shots when he has the opportunity.
And you'll see Nick will come out guns a-blazing here. Mike will kind of weather the storm a little bit. And, you know, how long can Nick keep this high pace up?
I think that's a good strategy. Just defend very tenaciously, and hopefully that Nick runs out of gas. And a great shot there, great cross court.
Hand out, 1-all. Stroke to Sachvie, hand out, 2-1.
Stroke given there. It was a frame, and ball came right back at him. Oh, and a great shot there by Nick. Michael just managing to dig that one out. He's really taking the initiative in this game. Oh, another tight drop. Oh, and just out of his reach. Wow, what a great shot.
That's a great rally. Mike's really been implementing that counter drop in the front left. So anytime Nick goes up there, Nick will just put that little counter in, and he seems to be on the winning end of most of those rallies. Something I know he's been working on, and I've actually been impressed. I mean, they're both attritional players, but they're not just whacking the ball back. They are using that counter drop a lot, and you see the play open up a little bit more in the front than these guys would have in the past, I think, which is what they need to do if they're going to compete on the Pro Tour. Nick's taking in that backhand volley drop with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah, he's really carving it. He's really putting a lot of cut on it. And he's
there we go again, front left.
Wow, what a shot.
That front left has been
great length by Michael there.
3-2.
Yeah, he's really comfortable on that front left right now. Nick may maybe think about bringing it over to the front right, or you know, at least trying to vary that tactic up. Heard you guys mention this. Was great to see Graham Riding watching the match.
Yeah,
legend of squash in Canada.
I saw him giving him Nicholas some advice in between games. So I think that's very encouraging and
pretty uplifting if you're a guy like Nick Sachvie to have that guy in your corner. And I think Mike actually has Andrew McDougall talking to him in between games, which is no slouch himself. 3-2 here. I mean, if either of these guys can open up a 2 or 3 point lead, it's going to be huge. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just going to kind of creep along here to the business end.
As we've seen in the first 3 games, they're not much differentiating the two in terms of score lines.
No.
I don't think anyone's really taken a lead of more than 3 points so far. It's been very tightly contested.
It's now 5-2.
An unforced error there from Nicholas. 5-2. 3-point cushion here for Michael. See if Nicholas can rebound.
Nick has got to pull up his socks here at this point.
He came out guns a-blazing in this game. Such a high pace. Probably not something that was easily maintained through the whole game. So we'll see what he has in store here. Oh, and he's just
6-2.
clipped the top of the tin on that drop shot.
So now Mike just needs to kind of stay at 50-50 to take this match. Nick's going to have to come up with something here. Either just go back to a grinding game or start to pull some shots out.
He doesn't want to go too much further down.
7-2.
Having said that, 5-point cushion now for Michael. Not much more room for error here. So as he pointed out, Michael weathered that storm at the start of the game and at the finish line on the third game, and
exactly.
He looks to have taken over the momentum here.
Exactly. When you see a guy come out in the first few points of the game at
and
that high of a
3-7
pace like Nick did, it's really your only option is just to try and slow it down, not limit the damage that he's able to do to you, because sooner or later he's gonna fall off. See if we see another momentum change here. 7-3 down.
This is key now, critical part of the game.
Down.
Oh, and
4-7.
Michael now. A few errors starting to creep up in his game.
When you're up 7-3, that's exactly what not to do. That's what the playbook says.
Absolutely.
No easy tins.
No easy tins. You don't want to take the foot off the pedal. You want to really keep forcing the issue. Be patient. At the same time. Oh, great get there. Comes off the back wall though.
Oh.
Stroke to
Could be
McCue.
something, yeah.
Stroke, yeah. It was
Sloppy
just
play by Nick.
8-4.
right down the middle of the court, unfortunately. Nicholas been able to get out of the way of Michael's swing. And some thunderous pace on that backhand side.
Yeah, they can both really crack it. Oh, no.
Oh, Nicholas.
9-4.
9-4 now. This is do or die now. He can't afford to hit those errors anymore if he wants to extend this to a fifth game.
Nick continuing to attack with his back up against the wall here. You gotta admire. He's gonna go down with the ship
just
here.
going for it, absolutely. Oh, and another 10 off that boast.
But yeah, he's got to be perfect.
10-4 match ball.
10-4, 6 match balls for Michael now to become the 2015 Pure HMV Men's Open champion.
Nick's really got nothing to lose now, so we'll see
Absolutely.
if
He's just gotta
comes out with some
come out
gunslinging.
swinging.
There we go.
Oh, and there we have it.
Match to McCue.
A great match.
11-7.
Finishes in Michael McCue's favor, 3-1.
Hugh, it was a pleasure sitting with you. I got to go down
Jamie,
and do
it was great to have you with us for this final game of the.
I'm going to go down and do some.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one more
giving.
huge
So,
round of
absolutely.
applause
Catch up with
for
you guys
that
later.
fantastic
Okay,
match.
thank you for having with us.
So I want to stop before everybody leaves. So I'm going to ask you all to sit down and stay. Thank you. Good try. But before everybody leaves, I want to just dispel a couple of rumors. All right? The first rumor is squash is alive and well at the Lakeshore. We have just going through a $6 million fitness renovation. And that's why those courts, you know, the other 4 courts that we've got, That's why they're gone at the moment. They're coming back online December the 3rd. Run the T&Ds in January, 22nd to the 24th of January. Have you got that date? Have you got that date in your calendar? Okay. 22nd to the 24th of January, we will have 13 courts. All right? So that's the first rumor dispelled. The second thing that I want to remind you is we are not yet in the Olympics, but these two guys that you've just watched are selected to the national team to go to the Worlds. So when you're watching what they're playing out there, this is world-class squash, and you should recognize that. So we have a few thanks to do before this goes. And the first group of people that I'd really like to thank is all of you. In so many ways, you are supporting the game. You're supporting it as volunteers in the referees. Thank you. That's the most arduous, time-consuming, God-forsaken job you can find. Thank you, guys. And Steve Flood, who's flown, was referee-in-chief, but he made the whole weekend incredibly smooth and very calm. Oh, there he is. You're still there. I thought you were flying home. Oh, he is such a good... So, special applause, please. The other group of people that you don't really notice in our club are the maintenance guys and the restaurant. Maintenance and restaurant. They get completely slammed by this event. Everybody's, like the yoga is going on, and they know it's going to be loud in here, but those guys work their tails off the whole weekend. So I would like to appreciate them and say thank you. Now, there's one person here who's been in secret training. We are considering, and if we can get the money going, looking at no one in particular, if we can get the money going, we're going to try and bid for the Nationals. It doesn't have a home at the moment, so that's something that we're going to be looking at. But there has been a person here who's been in secret training the whole weekend, and she's been tireless and unbelievable. There's not very many people I trust with any sort of jobs, but Danny Stern, take a bow. She's been doing a fantastic job. And lastly, my kind of, in this sort of stuff, my partners in all of this have been Squash Ontario, so I'm going to ask Jamie Nichols to come up. So, Jamie Nichols, new Executive Director of Squash Ontario. I'm assured we're going to see innovation. Isn't that right? We better, yes. So I keep having little words in his ear, you know, so if you want to have little words in my ear, I'm going to have little words in his ear, and then I'll follow up again. But really, we've got great hope in making squash grow, and that's what we're really pushing for. So the next person is really instrumental in this, and that's where I need you to show him how much you can affect change. Nick Williams, from the president of Pure HMV. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Nick first, just to introduce the brand and everything else that you hope we give you.
Good. Hi, I'm Nick. So most of you will probably wonder why on earth has HMV got involved in squash. I mean, broadly, we've been selling entertainment for the best part of 100 years, believe it or not, and actually 30 plus years in Canada. And if that isn't entertainment, you know, I generally don't know what it is then, because in fact, all weekend I've been in and out looking at the games, and the quality of squash is just astonishing. Pure HMV is our loyalty program, which has 1.7 million Canadians as members of that loyalty program. Hopefully a few hundred more after this weekend. And basically what that gives our members is the opportunity to build points, burn points against all sorts of wonderful prizes and events. And if you get a chance to go on to the Pure website, you'll see that that isn't just based around music and film. It is entertainment, it is sport. And so for me, it certainly seemed an obvious synergy when we talked, Barb and I, about how we could get involved and how we could support squash. And I guess thirdly, from a personal perspective, as you mentioned, I'm a member here. I'm a squash junkie, like a lot of you are. And if I can help in any way I can from a money perspective, I will do that. So thank you.
Well, from one squash junkie to another, Nick, all I can tell you is it's really appreciated. Thanks. And hopefully we can show you how much we can stretch your dollar in squash, which is much cheaper to sponsor than some of the other events. Okay, we'll give you value. Jamie Nichols, ED.
Hi, everybody. I've had a great time working with Barb all weekend, working for Barb all weekend. I'm 6 weeks into the job right now. Barb's got a lot of great ideas about how to make squash better in Ontario, but I also have a lot of great ideas. And my goal is to hear from as many people as I can. So I had a great time this weekend. I loved watching the C's and the D's. That was kind of my favorite. The Women's Open was incredible. We had like juniors, legends of the game, and two girls in their prime. So that was really fun. And I really enjoyed just hanging around and chatting with everybody. I want to encourage you all. Right now, one of the big mandates for me at Squash Ontario is there are only 1,300 people that claim to play squash in Ontario. And we know that's not true. We know there's thousands and thousands. So my goal is to get from 1,300 members of Squash in Ontario to 10,000 members of Squash in Ontario in the next 3 years. So it seems like a big goal. I want you to think about, I want you to talk to me. I want you to come up to me and say, here's what I think we should do. But I want you to do me one favor. I want you to think big. I don't want you to think what you can do to your own personal situation. I want you to think about how we can make squash big, 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 and go somewhere with it. So someone like Nick doesn't need to just kind of help us out. Someone like Nick will say, wow, I want to get involved. There's 10,000 people out there. So that's my spiel. Am I done?
And one last group that I want to really thank, and that's Josh and Hugh, who've been doing the live streaming the whole weekend. And I really do encourage you to go and click on that link. Again, it's all about numbers, and this stuff is so trackable. So go to YouTube. We've sent everybody the link. Send it to your friends. Get them to start watching it. Say to them, you missed the most incredible match. Go and click. Those clicks are really important to us because it's all measurable nowadays. Okay? And I know everybody goes, yes, 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 but I'm actually asking you to action this. Okay? This is important. Just like I said, the Pan Am Games was important, this is important. Cool. So now to the prizes, shall we? So these two good-looking gentlemen are going to go and help Danny and give away all the prizes. What we're going to do is I'm going to call you up. I would ask you to just wander over, get your prize, okay? Mudge is going to take the photos, and then we're going to have a big photo on court 3, so don't disappear too far. Here we go. Men's D bronze finalist, Jimmy Padura. Champion, Eric Chan. Finalist in the consolation, Doug Fawkes. Champion, Greg Gillespie. Men's D third place, Reed Bodwell. Finalist, Christopher Gray. And champion, Henki Hallam. Let's give them a round of applause. Women's C, third place, Aisha Iftikhar. Finalist, Ocean Lewis, and champion, Serene Sanasan. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay. Men's C, finalist, Jeffrey Jones, champion, Kirill Kromov. Consolation finalist Blair Lemon, consolation champion Mathieu Briere, men's C, third place Bruce Seo, finalist Tim Grinch, and champion Zach Meir. Give them all a round of applause. Guys, could I ask you, once you got your prize, to come and sit back down? Are they not here? Yep. They're all there. Danny. Jamie. Danny has got all of the stuff there. You're only going to deal with one medal at a time. Okay. Where are we? Women's B. Liz Macbeth, third place. Finalist Alexa May and champion Christine Horner. Men's B. Men's B. Finalists Tom Murphy, champion Stephen Iannuzzi, consolation finalist Eric Krupka, consolation champion Dirk Guillen, men's B third place Wayne Weatherhead, finalist Brian Reed, and champion Ali Shalabi. Yes, you are. Yes, afterwards. Yeah. I know, I will. Guys, don't go away. So this doesn't work. Women's A, Courtney Orchid, finalist in the bronze, champion Olivia Waite, consolation finalist Erica McGilliguddy, consolation champion Shivani Ruparel, third place Joanna Fang, finalist Lisa Bogdan, champion Charmaine Kwok. Give those a clap. Men's A, finalist, bronze finalist Patrick Clinton, champion David Fishburne, consolation finalist Alex Shapiro, consolation champion William Kahn. Men's A, third place Mark Abeldamek, finalist Sam Burley, and champion Sean O. Okay. So let's have everybody just gather here for a second. Can I just get you all to just hang on 2 secs so that the men's and women's finalists in the Open have some respect? So can I get you to sit down, please? In the women's, and I have the checks, so I'd like to see Nikole Garin. She's gone fourth, and I don't know if you saw this match with Marnie and Shauna Keating, but it was a spectacular match. I think it was, what was it, 14-12 in the fifth? 15-13 in the fifth, okay, for third and fourth place in Ontario. So fourth place is Marnie Baisley. Third place is Shauna Keating. Both mother of three, okay. Women's Open finalist Micaala Seth. And Ontario Women's Champion for the year of 2015, Nikki Todd.
I hate public speaking, so I'm going to make this really quick, and Mike's going to give a better speech anyways. So I just want to thank all the refs. We appreciate what you guys do, even though we don't always show it. Thank you to all the sponsors, Pure HMV, Benacade, Black Knight, and Mayfair Lakeshore for hosting. And thank you, Barb and Jamie, for running a great event.
Thank you. And in the men's event, 7th was Rahul Sarawat. 6th, Mohammed Hikal. Is that right? Yeah. fifth is Blake Reinson. Fourth is Cameron Seth. Third is, let's do six, Mohammed. Let's have you first. Because some of them are gone. So sixth place. You're a money winner. So third place, Dane Sharp. Mine. So the Ontario Men's Open finalist was Nick Sachvie. Thank you, Nick. Well played. And the 2015 Ontario champion, McCue.
All right, well, thanks to everybody for sticking around. It's like 6 o'clock on a Sunday. Most people have a lot better places to be, but we really appreciate it. As everyone's reiterated so far, thanks primarily to the sponsors, Pure HMV, Benecade, Mayfair Lakeshore. Barb always runs a tight event, and we all learn a couple lessons throughout the weekend. There's a great volunteer team here as well. On a personal note, I won this tournament last year. I always enjoy playing here. Nick and I live together, as some of you may know. We train together every day. He's gotten the better of me a couple times. I beat him here. We'll go back and forth. We're going to be going to Egypt together to play for Team Canada at the World Championships in about a month's time, so that'll be really cool. You guys can all follow and support Team Canada as best you can. I'd also like to say, just on another sort of side note, the NSA, as some of you know, has had a little bit of trouble lately, but it's a brilliant place. It's back reopened. It does so much good for the game. Jamie's devoted the whole last 5 years of his life to it. So it'd be great if everyone here could, support the club. It's a brilliant place and the future home of, squash in Canada for many years to come. So thanks again. My sponsors, Harrow and Control the T, and that's about it.
So thank you all and good night. Have a great evening. Safe drive.